Hello, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with our 100 Miracles in 100 Days project and the Effortless Manifesting and Awareness Activation Quickie. So let's begin by taking a big, long, slow belly breath in, filling yourself up with air, oxygen and goodness. I'm breathing out through the mouth and letting go of everything that's outside this present moment. Do this several times. And when you feel your awareness has moved within, I want you to return your breath to breathing in through the nose, holding it for as long as it's comfortable, and then breathing out through the nose. So after our epic dawn activation yesterday, I really am going to attempt to keep this one short. While I was speaking with someone yesterday, I just got this download about something that we can add to that, tossing stuff out the window that would be beneficial for so many people. There was also a mention about money at the end of our last activation. And so many spiritual people struggle with money. They've got all this stuff tied up from the burning at the stake stuff and the vows of poverty, chastity and obedience. Most powerful healers had that happen. If you were a Wicca, which were the term that was given to them was witches, but if you were a Wicca, you had a pointy, the pointier your hat, the more you were revered for your knowledge of medicine and herbs and medicine. And when they brought in all the new laws, if you're a female, you weren't allowed to own property. So there's a whole pile of stuff in there that's probably stuck in your DNA and your cells. But the biggie is charging money for spiritual work. Breathe. If this is you, then it'll be pushing your buttons left, right and centre. And I just want to say this about that. One, if you're a powerful healer, then you definitely would have been a healer for the church in one of your past lives back some. And you need to know that they did charge money for your healing. You just had to give it all to the church. But back in those days, they gave you a roof over your head and fed you. And even if they gave you somewhat daggy clothes, you were taken care of by the church, and the money that you made went to the church. So that's a big thing you first need to know. Breathe. And so today's awareness activation and effortless manifesting, doesn't matter how connected you get to your soul, if you have stuff going on that money is evil, you need to look at that, because money is not evil. And we need more spiritual people to remember the infinite power and abundance that exists within them. Because when you receive that money, you will use it for good in the world instead of buying yourself 50 cars like some idiots do. They'll be coming back as a pauper next lifetime. So don't worry about them. You just worry about fixing yourself. Breathe. And so we're going to include some of that money stuff in today's activation. And the reason it's called effortless manifestation is because when you bring your energy into alignment with what you want, it happens almost instantly. You can push and shove and use your will, or you can just come into alignment with it and manifest what it is that you want. Breathe. Beautiful. And so, I want you to bring your awareness into your body and toss that out the window. Everything to do with your body. Height, weight, shape, colour of your hair, eyes, skin, and all, sorry, just had a cup of tea that is interacting with all the energy coming through me. And all of the stuff that you carry around. You're too short, you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too bald, all that stuff that's tied up with your body, and all your aches and pains and headaches and backaches and leg aches and knee aches, toss them all out the window too. And breathe. Or you can toss them out the door into another room if it's freezing cold where you are. See if you can sense if you're just that little bit lighter. Now toss everything to do with your identity out the window. Name, address, phone number, job, house, car, kids, pets, qualifications, university degrees. All out the window. And breathe. Notice yourself lightening up without all those stories about who you are going on. And now bring your awareness, please, into all of your feelings, all your emotions, and all of your opinions, and toss them out the window or out the door as well. And breathe. Oh, sea breeze has just come in, it's so lovely. And now all of your thoughts and subconscious mind, unconscious mind, and your conscious mind, and toss them all out the window or out the door as well. Look how beautiful and light you're feeling now. Breathe. And now, before we do the heart, I think it's the best place for this, we want to toss everything out the window that is out of alignment with the infinite abundance and wealth that is available to you right now in the universe. Toss it all out the window and out the door. So all lack and limitation or poverty consciousness or scarcity thinking, all of that's got to go out the window, out the door. It's not yours. Probably carried it down through either your lifetimes, or it could have come down through your actual lineage, you know, your blood lineage. But get that stuff, seek and find, gather and bind everything that is out of alignment with your abundance, your infinite abundance, and your infinite wealth that's available to you right now, and toss it out the window and breathe. Some of you may even begin to feel that tingling from the base of your spine. I remember when I was telling someone about this morning, like as I said it, this incredible energy just flowed from my crown all the way down into my base chakra. Through all those stories about lack and limitation, poverty and scarcity, anything that's out of alignment with the infinite wealth and abundance that's available to you right now, and breathe. Gosh, that lightened a lot of you up, didn't it? My God. And you may have, like I have now, got my brains tingling and going crazy. And that's because all the old neuro pathways in your brain that says you are infinitely abundant and infinitely wealthy are being awoken now, that we're throwing all that other yucky stuff out the window or out the door. That's not you, that you've just picked up. They're just stories you believed or things you've been told that have been stuck in your brain and in your DNA for bloody centuries probably. Throw it all away. And notice how abundant and wealthy you feel without all that crap going on. Breathe. Maybe we should have done the heart first. It's so gorgeous. I want to stay here. Just breathe. Let more of your awareness, more of your abundance within you wake up. And now if there's any stuff left in your heart, all heartache or heartbreak and all heart wars, you can toss them out the window and out the door as well and breathe. Just breathe into your awareness, into your God source, into your divine I am presence, to your supreme intelligence, whatever name you want to call the God, Goddess within you, and breathe. And it's at this point that you can say, God, how can I open my temple here? How can I own my own home? Just ask for one thing, but because the ego will want to go crazy and want 50 things. And then you'll be mad when they don't all turn up. Just put your energy into one thing, even if it's just, how can I manifest $5,000 right now? Or whatever it is, how can I manifest my rent if that's what you need? And stay in this higher vibration. So just breathe into it. It's so magnificent. I've forgotten what I wanted to share with you. But I do know this. Oh, I remembered now. I have an excellent article I wrote on whether to charge or not to charge for spiritual services. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video so you can go to my blog on my website and read that. That's the first thing. The second thing, I saw a woman just absolutely gun it to anyone who's charging for, on a post in a spiritual group, gunning it to any spiritual person who was charging money for spiritual services, yet still had a link to her website and was still charging for her spiritual services. That's called being a hypocrite, firstly. Secondly, she was done up to the nines and was using sex to sell spirituality. So, I don't know. That just seemed ridiculously funny to me and completely out of integrity. So if you still get pissed when you see someone charging, even if it's an amount of money that's out of alignment with you, then look at your poverty issues. It's just money. It's just money. And what I know from my own journey, like when I used to do all my healings for free because I had corporate work. But then Spirit guided me to stop doing that corporate work and go and do it. And so I still was asking for donations. Well, I was almost homeless. Once my savings ran out, I was almost homeless. And nobody knocked on my door and said, here, Elle, you've given me free healing for months. Here's a shopping voucher. Here's a donation. No, that's not what happened. And then, of course, as soon as I began to charge money, all the people who got it for free disappeared out of my life. It's about frequency. And I've struggled with this for most of my spiritual career until recently. Because at different times, even 10, 15 years ago, I was charging $10,000. And then I'd go back to giving it all away for free because I wanted to help awaken the world. And I've gone backwards and forwards on that. But this is what I know to be true now. I do tons of stuff for free in the form of things like this that people can go listen to. But the people who get it for free, there's like 1 in 1,000 that show up every day for it. Because unless they pay for it, they put no value on it, firstly. Secondly, in my case, I have done 40 odd years of spiritual work in this life. And to my knowledge, there's at least 5,000 years I've been a spiritual being helping raise consciousness in humanity. I can do a whole pile of stuff that someone who's just done a Reiki course or is a Reiki master can't do. I'm looking for people who want to learn how to create waves of women healing and collapse timelines on poverty and illness and disease and environmental damage and war and all of that old stuff that's part of the 3D. I want people who are ready to collapse the 3D with me. If you're still charging $100 for a healing, you're not, or even trying to do it for free, you're not even in that league. So sometimes we charge fees. We need people who know that investing money in themselves, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 in themselves, is the best investment they could ever make. And if you're not there yet, that training's not for you. Don't make a big hoo-ha about it like this woman did. You're just not ready. You're just at the beginning of your journey. And you're out of frequency with it. And just understand there's 8 billion people on the planet at the moment. Some of them need your services. Some of them need mine at the higher end of the scale. And some of them will need people that are even me. I knew a guy who was charging $1 million for his year-long course, and another guy who was charging $10 million, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous at the time. But, you know, I understand it now. It's a frequency thing. It's a frequency thing. The more you raise your vibration, the more your fees have to be in alignment with that, because otherwise people... I remember when the first time I charged $5,995 for a program, back in 2008 or something, the woman said to me, I would never look at a course for $200. One of the people who signed up, she signed up and gave me the $5,000 like that, because she just never have looked at a course that was under $5,000. So just because you've got no money doesn't mean there isn't other people out there that won't pay you good money for the knowledge that you have. And yes, the knowledge is available. That's the other thing they go, the knowledge is available to everybody. Yes, it is. Go out and find it yourself then. The other thing is that not everyone, even though the knowledge is available, not everyone has done the internal work to help you shift your frequency up into those higher levels. I've done 40 years of work and spent millions of dollars on my own healing. And I can transmit your shit to light in seconds. And that didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen by doing tons of free stuff. It happened through, you know, purifying my vehicle, my body. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I haven't done any of those things for 30 odd years. I am a complete clear vehicle for source. And if you want to work with someone with a really high vibration, you know, check out and see whether they smoke dope and you know, and do drugs and stuff like that. And I wouldn't be working with them if they did that, but that's just my understanding. There's plenty of people that think that taking ayahuasca and, you know, substances and smoking pot is perfectly fine spiritually. Well, good. You'll still be running around chasing your tail in 10 years' time, in my humble opinion. And from what I've seen over the 40-odd years that I've been on my spiritual path. So just breathe for me, please. What I'm saying to you is there is infinite wealth and infinite abundance, and it's just money. And we need more and more spiritual people to own that money is good. And that with money, imagine if you were the lucky person that won that $500 million that's in the US lotto. You'd be able to buy up companies like Monsanto and that are, you know, like destroying all our food and make it a healthy alternative again, wouldn't you? You'd be able to use it. Like, look at Leonardo DiCaprio. Everybody gives the poor kid shit. But, you know, there wasn't many other people that threw their money into stopping all the fires and saving the Amazon recently. Look at the people who have got lots of money and who are genuinely spiritual, and they use that money to make a huge difference in the world. And that could be you if you let go of your limited thinking about money and its purpose here on earth. Yeah, there's some stupid people that do stupid things with money. Why anyone needs to own 50 cars is beyond my comprehension. Or 50 houses or whatever it is, you know, and they're just showing it all off. Most of them are very unhappy people. And they keep accumulating all that stuff outside of them to try and fulfill themselves up because they're not filled on the inside. So many people dolling themselves up to the nines, taking all these selfies. You can see where they're at just by the selfies that they take. Be very careful. Be very careful who you share your energy with. Breathe. So money is good. I hope we've got that. I hope you will use this new addition to your tossing stuff out the window, because I think it's going to make a massive difference. So let's just do a little quickie of that. Toss out your body out the window, your identity out the window, your feelings. Oh, there's a gorgeous smell. Your feelings, emotions, and opinions out the window. Your thoughts, conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind, out the windows. Your heart wall, your heartache and your heartbreak, out the window. And the biggie for today, everything that is out of alignment with the infinite wealth and abundance that is yours right now. All lack, limitation, poverty and scarcity that's stuck in your being, seek and find, gather and bind, all of that, please God, and toss that out the window and or out the door as well, and just breathe. Breathe into your magnificent, powerful, abundant self. And just think about one thing that you would like to manifest right now. And if it's money, the Spirit doesn't really kind of respond to that. Like, what would you buy with the money? Would you buy your own home? Would you buy a new car? Would you take a holiday? And just visualize that. Because that's what Source responds to, pictures of things. Like, get into the feeling of driving that new car. Get into the feeling of being a successful business person. Get into the feeling of having a fit and healthy, strong and powerful, lean and flexible body. Breathe. You could have absolutely anything you want. You can have everything you want. Because when you're in this state of awareness, you are connected to all time and space, all dimensions of light, all universes, galaxies, star systems. And you just, it's like, I just saw someone say, it's like going into the pantry and saying, I'll have this today, please. Effortless manifesting comes when you're fully connected to your divine I am presence, your awareness, your supreme intelligence, whatever name you're looking for. But you have to own that power and be in it to manifest it. Breathe. And you may even hear your little ego going, oh, that's not turning now, we can't pay the bills. If you can't pay your bills, don't go, I can't pay my rent, I can't pay my bills. I'm about to lose my business. I heard someone going on about that the other day. It means you're in 3D, in duality consciousness. If you think you're going to lose your business, you probably will. But you don't have to. If you raise your vibration up into the higher frequencies of unlimited abundance and wealth that's there for you and every other human being on planet Earth. Breathe. And we need you. You know, like Source needs you to wake up and remember who you are. To wake up the unlimited abundance that's there for all of us. So you will use that money to make a difference in the world. Breathe. Beautiful. Feel how connected to Source you are when you're connected to the abundance of everything. It's not just abundance of money, it's the abundance of love, the abundance of peace, the abundance of joy, the abundance of bliss. Abundance is everywhere. And when you go about money, you're really just blocking all abundance coming to you, really. Breathe. Damn, I so wanted this to be a short one again. I so wanted it to be a quickie. We're at 25 minutes, but it's a powerful one, and it's really, really powerful for all spiritual people to get this. I want you to get this. I want you to have a rich, abundant life. I want you to charge your worth. Why should a doctor, who's, trained for bloody only 5 years, and you probably trained for a lifetime or lifetimes, be paid more than you? And a lot of times you fix them when the doctors can't. Remember who you are. Remember the wealth that exists within you, please. And listen to this often. If it's getting up your nose, it's because it's stirring up all the old shit that says you're not worthy or money is evil and all that other crap that people go on about. Alrighty, love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. And I so look forward to being with you tomorrow. Bye now.